I'm going to get straight into it because there is loads. She's waving at me again. Shush, mother.
Okay.
Shush.
I'll shush.
Right. Should just be able to see me in the top corner. Okay. If somebody can let me know on the Team Believe chat, if possible, because I now can't see, obviously, our chat, because you should be seeing the presentation now. So if somebody could just give me a thumbs up in the Facebook group chat, then I know that you can see this okay. Fabulous. Thank you, Carly. I think I'm going to run a competition for who can do this the fastest, because it's Carly every week. She's on it. She's on it. Prize. Dip in my school prize box for the winner each week. Okay. So this was a training that Mum has done sort of a bit whistle stop in the past by a guy called Kev Ryder, who you've heard me bang on about before. He's one of the guys who set up the 10 Steps team, which is part of the system we follow as Team Believe, because it is a fantastic system. You've got everything from start to finish, videos, and if you're consistent with it, there's also there's proof that it works, because Neil's, Kev's and Abby's team, who were the three people that founded it, they've made their teams absolutely massive now. I mean, Neil Young's won Distributor of the Year twice now, which you don't get for just anything. So their team are moving forward. We're going to be moving forward with them through following this system, because we know it works. And so when he came to Dave's meeting in Charlie on Tuesday night, this is what he spoke about. Basically, it is the way we deal with our online customers versus the way we deal with our catalogue customers. And it's making that comparison and recognising that you need to treat them just the same, basically. So congratulations, you've made a sale, now what? And this is the bit that I still struggle with this a little bit, actually. So do you just send them the products and then that's it? Of course you don't. And up until very recently, up until seeing Kev's training, that's what I did. I didn't think, it hadn't occurred to me about the customer service that comes afterwards that you get with your catalogue customers a lot of the time. It hadn't even occurred to me. So there's a 4-step process straight after you've either delivered to the customer, or you've done the direct PayPal link, or you've drop shipped it, or however you've done it. So whether you're doing this face-to-face or via Facebook, you thank the customer for their order. Invite them to join your group if they've come from an external group. Obviously, if they're in your group already, you don't need to do that bit. Send them a friend request so you can keep in touch with them. And when you're collecting or delivering the order, offer them a free catalogue. I'll explain why this is important. This is the bit that he really, really went into some detail on last night, and I think it's fantastic. And I've got a slide in here which will show you why it's so important. So when you're sending the catalogues out, or when you're giving catalogues out, either put them in, if you're delivering or if they're collecting, put them in with the bag with the order, with the delivery. Or you could post them the second-class stamp in a cheap envelope. Wouldn't cost that much to post out. But the important thing that Kev said was only send out one catalogue at a time, and make sure that they know then each time they're ordering, they're going to get another free catalogue, which will be different to the last one that they got. If you send them all 4, not only, there's more than 4 now, isn't there? If you send them all of the catalogues we've got available in one pack, not only are you sending 4 or 5 different catalogues out per time, per customer, that's it then. They've seen them all until the next lot come out. So if you're sending more again, the likelihood is that the second or the third lot, if they order every month, are just going to go in the bin. And it just ends up being a waste. So send them one catalogue at a time. It's your call which ones you prefer to send. I would think that if they've ordered a K-Life item, send a K-Life item. If they've ordered personalised, send personalised. So that you're showing them the extra products that we've got available in the range that they've been interested in so far. And then the other thing he's suggested, which this is new, is he puts in a compliment slip. Also do this verbally if you're delivering in person. I didn't put the also bit in that slide, but it's really important that they have this paper copy to keep afterwards, after they've spoken to you later on, when they look at the catalogue again, or when they go to use the product. But also make sure that you do something like this verbally. You say something like this to them verbally when you're on the doorstep giving them the products. Obviously, if it's at a distance, you can't do this, but you could word something like this into a Facebook message or a text message if you're sending the product to them and you're not delivering it in person. So basically, you've got your group title, your group's name across the top. Dear customer, thank you for your order. I've included a free catalogue for you to browse our full product range. Each time you order, I will include more free catalogues with special offers and new ideas. I'm sure you'll be perfectly happy with your products, but if you aren't for any reason, please let me know so I can resolve this issue for you. If you're pleased with your purchase, can I ask that you share your thoughts in our Facebook group, and please feel free to recommend us to your friends or add them into the group. Okay? So the word free is throughout there in capital letters. Oh, and then, sorry, I've got the link to your group and kind regards and thanks, my name and my contact number. Now, the reason that free is emphasised throughout this is because people just love free. I mean, I am the first person to hold my hands up that anywhere I go to where there's free stuff on the table, I'll go to the table just to get the free stuff. You want to see Clean Easy distributors on the free parcel force stand at dinner time at the conferences. If you don't get out there first, you don't get the free bag of stuff. And they are like hyenas at that table, aren't they, Mum?
Yeah.
They're like hyenas at that table. In fact, we've been known to run, tag team it and take 2 bags each at times and come home with more parcel force free goodies than you could ever imagine. I think I'm still working through the notepads that we've stole over the years. But people just love free. And the more you can emphasise to them that when they order, they get this nice little bonus of a free catalogue. And guess what? When you order again, you're going to get another free catalogue. I didn't see this at first until Kev told me how much people just love free. And then he used the parcel force as an example when I was chatting to him after the meeting. And I hadn't thought about it until he said that. People do just love free stuff. If they were looking in a shop, if you owned a shop and they came in to buy something and they saw a please take a catalogue on the stand at the side of the till where you're giving them the products, they'd take one because it's free. So there's no reason why you can't give them one because it's going to help with your repeat orders. Now, this compliment slip, as soon as this webinar is finished, what I will do is upload this to the Team Believe. It's a Word document. There's 3 to an A4 page. And I'll leave it completely editable. Please don't obviously edit the message because the message works. Like I say, it's tried and tested in the 10 Steps group, in the 10 Step system now. But obviously change the banner at the top to your group name, change the Facebook link to your group name, and obviously your name and your contact number at the bottom. Don't be sending out compliment slips with my group on because that won't do any good. I'll have lots of customers, you won't. So make sure you edit all the editable bits perfectly, but please don't change anything in the middle from the dear customer to the word group because that's tried and tested. Okay? So he talks about this idea of every 4 weeks. We revisit our catalogue customers every 4 weeks. Clean Easy ran a trial with some big retailers in the network a few years ago where some of them went back round with the catalogues every 6 weeks, some every 5, some every 4, some every 3, some every 2. And the way that it worked best and the way that the customers preferred it most when they gave them feedback was that they preferred to see it every 4 weeks, so once a month in effect. We do this with our catalogue customers consistently. I've been doing that week in, week out since 2013 with my catalogue customers. But I don't revisit my online customers in the same way. What Kev has suggested that we do is I've included the message here, and I can also type that up into a post on Team Believe or into a Word document, whichever you prefer. Just say to them, I'm going to be placing an order within the next few days. Obviously, don't feel obliged to order, but if you want anything from the complimentary catalogue I gave you with your last order, can you let me know by 12 o'clock today? You can text me, message me, or you can email me with your order. Don't forget that each time you order, you'll get another free catalogue. Best wishes, and then pop your name on the end. And have I put it on the next bit? No, it's on this bit. I'm getting ahead of myself. what Kev also suggested was, if you think locationally, is that a word? Locationally? Something along those lines. Looking at where your catalogue customers are each week, if you're a catalogue distributor, or if you're delivering out to a certain area each week, like I have, where I do my whole block of customers is split into 4 small chunks, so I go to 1 chunk each week. If you think about those areas and you know where your online customers are, tag them in so that you'll be delivering to them at the same time as you would your catalogue customers. Then you're not making 2 trips. So for example, if I have several customers in Harwood, which is near me, so when I know I'm delivering in Harwood, I'll be messaging my online customers with this message so that I can deliver to them at the same time as I'm delivering to catalogue customers. Then you're not making 2 trips. If you don't work it like that and you're happy to split your online customers into 4 and do them weekly, or do all your online customers at the end of the month, or so that you're delivering in time for period end, for example, there's a few extra sales, whichever way you want to do it. But either way, make sure that all your online customers are getting a message each 4 weeks asking them if there's anything they want to order. And don't forget to tell them about the free catalogues. I'm going to keep banging on about free catalogues. Another thing that I'll be adding into Team Believe is I've created this sort of online customer database. Now, I will put it on there, but I'll keep the example in so that you can see what I mean. I mean, if you wanted to take that example out when you start building your customers into this, obviously that's fine. But this is just to give you an idea of the layout. So this is an Excel spreadsheet, and all I will be doing as of tonight is each time somebody orders from me, I will put in to this database the name. When you click on their profile, obviously it's a website, so like everything, it'll have a web address. Like we have facebook.com/groups/our group names. It'll be facebook.com/ and then their name or their number or whatever they use to log into Facebook or whatever. And I will keep that in there so that I can click on that. Up pops their profile and you've got the message button straight away that you can send to them. And I will probably organise these, like I say, into my 4 areas so that I've got an idea of where I'm going each week. Your phone number, you can put the postcode in. That's how I'll probably organise them, via postcode, so I know who's where. If they're a distance, or if they're distance, so that you'll either be drop shipping to them if they do want to order anything, or sending them the PayPal links. Or if they're local, so they'll either be collecting or you'll be delivering to them. And then you've got when they've ordered, what product they've ordered, and then which catalogue you're going to give them which free catalogue they're going to get. And then basically all I'll be doing is each time they order, I'll just add another one of these columns on to the end and keep going so that I can keep track of who are my really regular orderers, who orders every so often, etc., etc. Like I say, I'll post that into Team Believe so that you can use that if you want to. I would recommend, the reason I would recommend doing it this way is that, for plain and simply, if you can put their location and a link to their profile, you can organise them based on when you're going to be going to them, delivering to them, when's best for you. And you've got that Facebook URL, so you can click on it straight away and message them. It'll bring up their profile. So following up, 2 days after each online order you've delivered, don't forget to message them with the verbal version really, of that compliment slip. And then ask them if there's anything you can get them from their complimentary catalogue. There was a lady called Lorraine Hill in Kev's team over in Ireland, or in the 10 Steps team over in Ireland. She posted something, she sold something like £65 worth of products for 1 week. She increased it to 380 something by asking those customers, once they should deliver the products, if there was anything they could get from the complimentary catalogue. And then by doing her week, as it were, of her 4 weeks of servicing a customer base, by going back and asking, is there anything they'd like from the catalogue they've already got, she basically more than tripled, six times her order value that she would have had originally, by following up And this is how she does it. Basically, 2 days after she's delivered an order, or if she knows that the customer will have received the order, because if you're drop shipping something to somebody, or if they're doing the direct PayPal, the delivery times are the same as ours. So it's 48 working hours sort of idea. So roughly around 2 days after, they'll have got the product. Ask them, is there anything, message them with the same wording as that's in the compliment slip. Ask them if there's anything you can get them from the complimentary catalogue they've received. And then each week, like I say, message a selection of your database customers asking if there's anything you can get them. Oh, I did put it in there. Tailor this to your catalogue orders as much as possible. I did put it in there. And a top tip from Kev that really hit home with me, because I know I'm a stickler for this and it's awful. It's a really bad habit I've gotten into. Don't when you're posting in your group or in external selling groups, don't just post the stuff that you like. I do it all the time. I scroll past some really random items that we have for sale and I think, oh, nobody will want that. I wouldn't buy that. I won't buy that. I won't buy that. Oh, bedding, because I love bedding. But remember that the reason that the products are in the catalogue in the first place is that they've stood the test of time and they're popular, because we have sold probably over 1 million products in the time that we've been going as a company, particularly since we started with the catalogues in the 80s or whenever it was. So these products that we have in now are current, they are popular. We have an advertising and branding and product, what's the word I'm looking for? Like testers and people who from marketing who look at what's popular. So these aren't just things that they've plucked out of thin air and put in the catalogue. They're all popular items. They're all innovative items that people do want. So don't just post the stuff that you want. Okay, nearly done. How am I doing for time? Oh, I'm on time. I love it when this happens. So some team updates. I know I've had a couple of discussions this week about running a page versus running a group. And I know some of you have got pages as well as groups for both selling and recruiting. And that is great. It's an extra rod in the pond at the end of the day. Please remember to continue to update both daily, because both have their benefits. I have a group for recruiting, which I have promised that I will talk you through on a video at some point of the next week. And I will upload that video, like I say, at some point of next week. And what I'm also going to do is have a speak. We're at the 10 Steps Bolton meeting on Saturday morning, where I know there will be a lot of recruiting superstars. And so I'll see what they think about having a recruiting group, because I know a few of them have them as well. And I'll speak to them about the best ways that they think they can run them. And I'll probably do a training on that next week, I would imagine. But like I say, the key thing to remember is there, pages and groups, like for like, have their benefits and the drawbacks. Groups, it's very easy to turn off notifications, like for your customers to turn off notifications, and they only show, Facebook is now getting stricter with what they do and don't show the people in your group. So if your customers aren't always liking or commenting or interacting basically with your posts, then they will start to get less and less notifications from you. But with pages, in order to get the maximum amount of interaction, you have to pay for advertising. So they have the benefit, each has the benefits and drawbacks, and provided you can manage both and update both daily, 3 to 5 times daily over the course of the day with a few different products from different ranges, that is fabulous. That is great. If you wanted to set up a page for recruiting as well and a group for recruiting as well, speak to me. Like I say, I can always do a follow-up training on that, because I do have both. And I'll speak to some superstars on Saturday that are already up there in recruiting and ask them how they feel about them. Ripple was a really good app that Kev showed me. I put last night. It wasn't last night. I wrote this training yesterday, so it was technically Tuesday night. I haven't actually had a chance to play with it yet, but it's an Apple app, which, so sorry if you're an Android user, but at the minute it's just for Apple. As far as I'm aware, it's free. The majority of the stuff that Kev showed me, he said he's managed to do for free. And it creates animated adverts. So you've got like a picture of your advert, and then like your text will pop in, or a toolbar, and it's cool. Basically, you've got like the bones of your advert all come together and make it look really fancy. It's really good. And again, what I'll do is I'll have a play with that over the weekend, and I'll try and zoom from my phone so that you can see it as it happens, and I can show you how that works. Last thing, the showcase, the Christmas showcase. I know that's an absolutely crazy word to use in July, but it is July, isn't it? Yeah. The Christmas showcase is almost here. And if you've signed up since the 5th of January, then your conference ticket is free, which is fabulous. So on Saturday, the 27th of August, it's at the ICC in Birmingham. The code you use to book is 00027, and you put that code into your ordering system when you're putting your orders through. Or you can phone the service centre, which my mum knows the number by heart and she's gone upstairs. But I can put the number in Team Believe, basically. It's an 01254 number and it ends in 171. That's as far. I don't remember the middle 3 digits. But you can give them a ring and say, I want to book onto the showcase, or you can use that code to book. I would definitely recommend using that code to book if you'll need to pay for your tickets anyway this time. I think the tickets are £20. But it is the best £20. You've got to consider it as an investment for a start. And it's the best £20 I've ever spent to come out of a full day absolutely buzzing with a whole month's worth of things, if not longer, that I can be like, right, I've got to do this, I've got to do that, this will make my business better, that will make my business better. To have met loads of new people, you just come away. Anybody who will have been, and we got so many people there the one in May, and it would be June, and it will be absolutely amazing to get even more there this time because the team has grown since then. So I want to see as many people as possible there. If you're struggling to get there or anything as well, we do have people coming in on transport, people coming in cars. Just message my mum, Mary, or your team, or me, or your team leader, that you're upline as it were, and we can sort out logistically how we're going to get you there. But I cannot highly recommend enough, and the girls who were there in June will be able to say the same, that you come away with so much learnt, so buzzing to go home and get started with it all. And you meet us for a start if we've not met you yet, which is just great. And it's just fabulous. It's just such a good day. I cannot recommend it highly enough. So get that booked as soon as possible. There's no sort of limit to how many the tickets aren't going to sell out, but the sooner you've booked it, the sooner it's done and you know it's sorted, basically. I'm going to shut up now because I'm just running out of time and I've just had my thing to say. I've only got 9 minutes left, and I know there'll be some questions after this, so I'll hang around to do questions. That's absolutely fine. If anybody needs me again, I say this every time, but you know where I am, you know where my mum is. Mary's always available as well. You're upline in the business. If there's anything you're not sure of, you have to ask us, because we don't want you going unsure. We don't want you not knowing what to do. And it's okay not to know as well, because this is a big learning curve. I'm always learning. Everybody's always learning. People who've been in the business 20 plus years will say, I'm always learning. Nobody ever knows everything in this business because it changes like everything changes. So please don't worry if there's anything you're not sure on. Get in touch. Okay, guys? Like I say, I'm going to shut up because now I'm rambling. See you all soon. Believing is just the beginning, guys.